you in on stealing the station too, huh? Right now it's redirecting your station, my domain, but it shows a broken link. I already showed it to GoDaddy, and well, now I'm going to go to the next authorities, because if that crap is not off of my website in the next 20 minutes, there's going to be a big problem. I'm going to get started on my video of screenshot of you, John, North Pal, stealing from me my website, and I'm going to post that I own the domains, I'm going to post the record, and then I'm going to post it on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. Unless somebody gets a hold of North Pal and gets this fucking crap off my site. And I don't believe you did it. I don't. Let me say that right now. I don't know if you even know about what's going on. God damn it, Eric. They have my entire website fucking taken down, and your website up in my place with a redirect to it. I'm going to the lawyer. And it's your site that's posted. You either get a hold of North Pal and you fucking fix this right fucking now, or it is a war, buddy. It's a war. And you know how I fight my wars. I am fucking not playing. And I don't have a fucking website. Some friend you turned out to be. You're gonna wash somebody's back. My ass. And I don't believe you did it. I don't. Let me say that right now. I don't know if you even know about what's going on.
When it came to Eric, and Eric Lovely, I spent 2 years building him up. He was my first interview I ever did. So to find out that his phone number was one of the numbers that called and did this was probably the deepest wound that I had. And you'd think that he would have called me and said, hey, I'm concerned.
I talked to North Pal. He shared the emails with me from John and Bob and them about getting rid of you and about stealing the network from me and about stealing the servers from him. And I think you should call me, man, because I need you to stay with this network. We can keep this network going if you stay. We can keep it going. We can turn it back on and have shows on Monday if you'll agree to stay. I got money that I owe you. That's in PayPal, part of this month's payments, and I'd like to send it to you, but if nobody's going to call me back, then I'm not sending any money out. And I don't believe you did it. I don't. Let me say that right now. I don't know if you even know about what's going on. It's going to be removed. Your site is going to get removed. That's the way it's going to work. And you should somehow make a profit off that. Well, it's not going to happen, Eric. I'm not going to allow it. And I don't believe you did it. I don't. Let me say that right now. I don't know if you even know about what's going on. The owner of the domain who is broadcasting my copyrighted material.
Trust me, this is what they told me, okay? Wording was exactly like this.
They figured, okay, we're going to get the kind of reaction we'd like so we could come after the rest of the Patriots. Well, I'm afraid to say this, right? They really don't need to come after us after this incident. People have seen the opportunity to make money off the movement, and anybody who's truly interested in freedom is an enemy of that.
But in this particular case, after what they did to me, they deserve to go to jail, and they deserve to be sued as well. Although Tina Sullivan has nothing, Cope Reynolds owns Southwest Shooting Authority, and even though I probably couldn't own a gun shop, I could sure sell it and make a pretty penny. And I'm all the way on board with that. We got a couple lawyers that have been calling us every day trying to get a piece of that act.
People have seen the opportunity to make money off the movement, and anybody who's truly interested in freedom is an enemy of that.
I had to pull out my governor's pardon and show it to him to keep my gun.
And I gotta tell you, right, my little girl and my wife are the most important things to me in the entire world.
We're not moving out here. Do you understand? Did you understand? Pop came up here and said everything was cool. Okay, well, I've told you that 2 times now. Did you hear me this time? Oh, okay, good.
When they came to my house, I sent them off. Well, they said that I said it would be a Waco if they came back. They had me arrested. So that's kind of how that works. That's what I'm facing right now.
In all fairness, Doc,
I'll be fixing it.
You did threaten a Waco.
I have the actual statements on the paperwork that were made. They told them we had a giant underground bunker with machine guns in it. If they came out and tried to do anything, that we'd kill them all.
My dad has built a bunker out front. It is stocked with all our ammunition and our guns. And if they come back today like they said, there's going to be a war. So pay attention to the news, because it's going to be on. All of you people that abandoned me after I proved myself right. I'm going to stay on this phone until I have to completely, utterly destroy this network into nothingness. That's what I'll do. And I don't know what Dan's talking about, how my story's changed, or how he thinks he knows some kind of truth or something like that. So he can't possibly know the truth because he doesn't have any of the information. I haven't done anything wrong, man. And I was right.
Wow, that was quite a roller coaster ride, wasn't it? Well, we got a few minutes before the end of this video, so we've got a couple of things that I want to touch on in front of the camera. I would probably refer to them as my grievances, but we'll just call it the close. First point I want to bring up is Doc says in this video that he's a constitutionalist. Really? Well, let's see, you know, he didn't want to stifle Joe's freedom of speech, and he's right about that. That is the act of a constitutionalist, I'll give him that. But bringing us into this simply because I told him he couldn't live here. So I exercise my constitutional right to decide who lives here and who doesn't. And as a constitutionalist, it would have been his foremost responsibility to recognize that and accept that. Even if he didn't agree with it, it doesn't matter. But instead, he decided to bring us into this mess that we had nothing to do with. And that's what this video has been basically about, is to prove the innocence of the ones that have been falsely accused. Kind of like a false police report. He says, John Galt influenced my decision. Doc, you're killing me, man. You don't know me at all, man. Well, let's put it this way. Not only do I think John's an idiot, but I think he also hides behind gadgets and gizmos, and that's just my personal opinion. No, John doesn't influence me one way or the other. I haven't listened to his show in 8 months. My fears have been alleviated. Doc, you haven't even addressed them. You keep talking about this stupid Watchman thing and the stupid phone call that never happened. I have many reasons that I've kept personal between you and I. And you won't touch those with a 10-foot pole. You won't even address them. So, no, Doc, my fears haven't been alleviated. As a matter of fact, they've been qualified because of your conduct throughout all of this. I don't have any of the information. You're kidding me, right? I didn't even give you guys all of it. We just took out the best excerpts that, you know, time would allow us to pull out of there. I've got lots and lots more. I never talked to you about anything. Doc, please, man. I've got page after page after page after page after page of Skype conversations with you. Your responses to each and every one of those articles, where I explained my grievances and my concerns to you. Well, I don't really have a degree in hieroglyphics, so it was really hard for me to understand what you were saying, but you were using a lot of caps, so I don't think you were talking sweet and nice. And then you say, I threatened you with violence? Now I challenge you. Right now. I challenge you. Produce the proof of that one. Produce the evidence of that one. You made an accusation about me like that, and you have no evidence of something like that whatsoever, because that was never made, and you know it. Eric tried to steal the network. Well, let's break that one down a little bit. You know, let's put this into logical terms. Let's go ahead and assume that that's what actually did happen, Doc. Let's say you're right, and Eric was trying to steal the station. And well, hey, we'll even throw in the call just for good measures. How would that be? Well, let's see. He conspires with the people that tried to get him fired against the people that saved his job. And then in the meantime, in the 2 weeks prior to that, Eric and I were running around here with chickens like our heads cut off, trying to figure out how we were going to make it work having you come here. So let's put this together now. He conspires with the guys that wanted to fire him, his enemies, if you want to call it that, against the people that tried to save his job, his friends, I guess, if you could call it that. And then we're going to bring the guy that he stole the station from to live right next door to him. So what? He can look out his window and say, "Howdy, neighbor." I mean, come on, man. A third grader could come up with a better one than that. But let's move on. Now we're going to talk about honesty. You like everybody to think you're an honest man and you don't lie. You've said it several times throughout this ordeal. I haven't lied. I haven't lied. I haven't lied. And Doc, that's all I've shown you do in these videos. And let's not forget your lovely wife, Tiffany. You know, and Tina. You claim that Tina made a false report. Well, I say that if Tiffany called Tina and asked for her help, which is very evident from the clips that you just heard where she admitted to lying to Tina, then if Tiffany lied about you to Tina, then the responsibility of the false report falls right back on Tiffany's shoulders. And I don't think there's a soul in America that would argue with that, Doc. And now let's talk about this bunker thing. You claim in your discovery that Tina said you had an huge underground bunker with machine guns and ammunition. Well, and then we saw that you actually said the same thing. So you would have America to believe your supposed discovery document, which you've not produced. Instead, I've given America the opportunity to witness for themselves that you, in fact, are the one that said that. And until you produce documented evidence that disproves your own word, Doc, about who said it, then your accusation of Tina remains an undocumented fairy tale, son. So far, Doc, Joe Northpal, Tina, Eric, and myself are the only ones that have produced physical, undeniable evidence, Doc. You've only produced your say-so. The physical evidence clearly shows Eric Lovely, Tina Sullivan, Joe Northpal, and myself were never involved in some conspiracy plot with John, Bobby Cope, Bob and Bob, or anyone else for that matter. You say your story doesn't change? Well, the physical evidence available at this time shows just as clearly that 2 phone calls, Doc, were placed. Not 3 or 4 or 5. You say Cope placed 3 calls instead of 1? I say show it to us, Doc. You say Durango, Colorado is mentioned in your discovery? I say produce the evidence, Doc. You say the discovery document states that a call was placed from Eric's phone number? I say let's see it, Doc. Or is this going to be just another one of those, I've got all this great evidence against so-and-so and my lawyer says it's going to be a slam dunk, and, well, just like always, nothing ever really seems to come of that slam dunk of the case, now does it? Produce the evidence, Doc, not your say-so. Physical, undeniable evidence, Doc. Produce it, or go grab yourself a nice steaming hot cup of shut the fuck up.